it's our very first Cup of Linux game night tournament. I've got Deckard Kane with me, and we've got some vicious players lined up here for Open Red Alert. This should be a very interesting game night tonight. Let's talk about this a little bit, Deckard. So what are the stakes? What are we playing for? What's happening?
Alrighty, so we're playing the Hourglass map in Open Red Alert in the Tiberium Dawn mod, and the winner of the overall tournament will be winning a $25 Steam card for whatever they'd like to use it on to buy whatever game they need, and a randomly selected user in the entire tournament that has registered to play and is present in the chat will win a $25 gift card as well.
So see, you don't even have to be a good player. All you have to do is just show up and you can win. And also, during this, if you didn't get a chance to sign up, but you still want to come in and join us for Cup of Linux Game Night, guess what, kids? We're giving away booby prizes as well. You don't have to register or sign up for those. All you have to do is be present to win. How cool is that? So, I mean, we've got good stuff all the way around. And starting off tonight's match, we got C. Smith and Lek. They're going to be first in tonight's match. So let's get C. Smith and Lek logged in, and we can start this first round. These guys have started up, and something I want to point out to all of you there, something you guys may not be aware of is there are some resources in the center of the map you may want to take control of. So think about that, gentlemen. And another thing, build up those armies and build them up quickly, because it's a dog-eat-dog world, as you will see in today's tournament.
Absolutely. We got Lek to the north and C. Smith to the south. Lek is green and C. Smith is blue, both of which seem to be taking their time so far. Oh yeah, C. Smith is really dominating right now. He's got four structures, and Lek only has just a power station and a headquarters. C. Smith has already got his barracks up, so we should see some units coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, and not only that, kids, but remember, you really want to get those resources at the center of the screen, because I think that's really going to either make you or break you, but also watch out for those strange little critters. They'll come and get you, and they will eat up your troops.
Watch your step. Believe me, when I first played, it killed off my entire army. Yeah, and those machine gunners cannot target the helicopters, so they're excellent units to use, especially if somebody's going more machine gunners than anything else.
Actually, I've seen some machine gunners taking down a helicopter, I'm pretty sure, anyway.
That may have been the rocket people, but I wouldn't say that I'm not wrong. It's definitely a possibility.
And by the way, to save a little bit of time, I am going to be compressing this. We're just going to get some highlights and that sort of thing of the game. Obviously, otherwise we're probably going to have 2 or 3 hours worth of video here, and we really don't want to have that. So I'll probably just be hitting the highlights of this. But yeah,
best of Cup of Linux game night, or I guess it's tournament. Here we go. Oh,
ouch! How about a little fire, Scarecrow?
Uh-oh, as I'm looking around, I don't think I see his main base.
Oh.
Yeah, does he have the capability to build a construction vehicle? I hope. Otherwise, he's going to have to sell some buildings. But I don't know if he can't even make a MCV.
He does have the weapons factory.
Oh, well, yeah. So if he can build a mobile construction unit, then he might be able to get back in the game. Otherwise, yeah, that was a tough blow there. But still, I'm not seeing that. I don't see a whole lot in terms of ground units. Oh, that's why.
What the interesting thing about this is, take a look at C. Smith's base. He still has a very large army. Or a moderately sized army. And Lek has been defeated.
Okay, let's see who's next in our lineup. JV, and it looks like Mr. K is not here. So it will be JV against Manjaro Fan 2013.
Jay and Manjaro Fan seem to be on par right now.
Yeah, and actually, I'm sorry I didn't even have the camera in the right spots here observing, because I was busy writing everybody's names down for the drawing. We're going to have a drawing tonight.
For those of you listening in on YouTube and for the stream, current actions per minute is 1.7 for Manjaro Fan and 10.2 for Jay. However, the earnings per minute is $642 for Manjaro Fan, $642, and for Jay it's $375.
Interesting.
And Jay's earning per minute just went up to 1,000.
I wonder how he managed to pull that off.
Strategic placement of the refinery. You can't just willy-nilly place a refinery. Closest to the point that it's going to gather minerals is preferred, because that way it doesn't have to truck so far. Also, the best number of harvesters to have per refinery is 2, because by the time the first harvester comes back from the refinery to the mineral point is when the second truck goes back to the refinery to drop off.
But yeah, having control over the oil derricks, I mean, that's where you're really pulling the money. Because that's like $45 a second, I think, that he's getting there.
Yep, and you don't have to do anything at all.
Well, all you have to do is keep control of those buildings.
Yep.
Yeah, and I see that here. We got one building where these 3 harvesters are just all jam-packed together, and they're not doing anything.
Yep, they're just sitting there.
Yeah, so he's got to now issue an order to, one of these trucks to, hey, move on, so that the other trucks can, feed the resources.
Now this is the point that I was talking about last game. Take a look at all the different types of units that Jay has. Each unit is severely effective against other types of units, and by having a great mixture of all of these units, you are so effective against anything that the opponent can throw at you.
Well, not only that, but notice how he came in. He came in from all sides.
And he utilized the airstrike.
Absolutely. I mean, all of that was executed with cruel calculated precision. How do you like that?
Final scores here. Jay was sitting on $12,720. Manjaro Fan was sitting on $1,828 with an earning per minute of $940. Jay was earning $4,940 per minute. 24 kills for Jay and 5 deaths versus 5 kills for Manjaro Fan and 21 deaths for him.
All right, good stuff indeed. And guess what, guys? I'm gonna hand the mic over to Mom. She's gonna pick a name out of the box. I wrote all you guys' names down. Mom's gonna pick a name out of the box, and she is going to select our winner of Real Boxing tonight. So she's picked the number out. I'm going to unfold it for her because she's got her hands kind of full here. And then Mom is going to read the winner.
C. Smith is the big winner.
C. Smith, you win. Looks like Siva's off to a good start there. Looks like he's taking the Lek approach. You remember the Lek approach, don't you?
Hey.
I'm kidding.
I resemble that comment.
Hey, it's my lie. Let me tell it. You know, it's funny how the person on the bottom of the map versus the top of the map, it looks like everybody has done the same strategy. They immediately go for the center field for mining their resources, where the person at the top of the map always seems to go for the corner resources. I wonder why that is. Yeah, now I like what I'm seeing down here at the bottom of the screen, but you know, he's got so many buildings here, but not enough power for all of them.
Be fixing in 1 second.
Yeah, Siva, you got to get some power that way. Oh, watch out. Now the counter is ticking down for nuclear strikes and airstrikes and all that other fun stuff.
The interesting thing I'm seeing down at the bottom of the map is I'm seeing a lot of one unit, which is interesting because there is one unit in this game where if you build about 3 of them, you can tackle that whole army, no problem.
Yeah, you do want to build a variety of units, definitely, because each has their own advantages. And, you know, when you're, you know, sending your troops off to the battle, if you have a, you know, mixture of different types of troops, you stand a better chance of conquering the other civilization.
If this game were zero AD,
vehicles going through the yeah.
If this game were 0 AD, we'd be lagging like a madman.
Oh, absolutely. But you gotta admit, 0 AD does have some nice graphics and gameplay. It's just that, yeah. It's terrible when you've got a bunch of troops and you're moving them and stuff.
If they would just fix that one thing. One tiny thing.
And look, even the little critters are getting in on the action here. They even, I guess they allied with... All right.
1 building remaining.
Not for long.
And that's all she wrote. Siva is the winner.
18 minutes and 30 seconds. Alright, ending from Nexus, $691 per minute, with 5 kills and 40 deaths, with 2.5 actions a minute. Siva won the match, sitting on $12,315, making $3,367 a minute, with 34 kills, 8 deaths, and 3.9 actions per minute.
Awesome.
All right, and now we have Synergy and the Flag Courier, and this will be our final match tonight. Synergy and Flag Courier are up, and you'll need to connect to the server now.
Isn't that funny? Both of these guys are sending their their one vehicle that they start out with, they sent in the middle of the screen as fodder for the Visceroids.
You know what's funny about that is if you actually compare the top of the screen to the bottom, they're just about mirroring each other.
Not quite, but close, yeah.
For the longest time they were. Top of the screen has 2 power plants, but the bottom only has 1. But in the very beginning, each of them started out with a power plant and a barracks.
Yes, but now we're seeing something different because now you'll notice a different selection of troops are being constructed now. Looks like Flag Courier's got an army building up there. I don't know. This is any man's game at this point. But it does look like things are going to be getting very interesting very soon.
Yeah, we just had a second oil derrick taken down and an airstrike. Synergy's units over by the oil derricks are now gone.
Absolutely. One derrick left, though.
And in a pretty close match like this that could mean quite a difference.
Well, Synergy is not going to take any of that, let me tell you. Yeah, because as Flag Courier's bringing his troops in, we see, we see a large force amassed right outside the base, and they're ready to take them to the cleaners.
Oh yeah, that base is just torn apart. Yeah, Flag Courier is starting to sell some of his buildings. I don't think it's any surprise here that Synergy's really controlled the vast majority of the map, and it's going to be quite the struggle for Flag Courier to get back around. Synergy is victorious.
Booyah.
Yeah, it was a very close match. Flag Courier had $685 with $2,600 per minute, 66 kills, 89 deaths, 7.9 actions per minute. Synergy won with sitting on $5,100, earning $3,300 per minute, 83 kills, 65 deaths, and 10.7 actions per minute.
Yeah, and so next week we've got C. Smith, JV, Siva, and Synergy, who will be joining us for round 2 of Cup of Linux game night, and we're going to be continuing the tournament. And then the winners from next week, well, we could have the final round next week, if you want. We can, do the 3 matches next week if you want to do it that way, or we can just do the 2 matches and then have the winner on the 4th of April. So however you want to do it. But yeah, good start to a tournament, and I have a feeling we're going to be having more of these tournaments coming up as well. Of course, everybody who's joined us this week, you'll definitely want to join us next week. We will play Star Conflict next week, and we will have a random prize that we're going to be giving out next week as well. So we're always going to be having good stuff happening here at Cup of Linux. So be sure to tell your friends. Great place for all of you tech heads to hang out and discuss Linux. You got anything else, Deckard?
No, I just wanted to say thank you all for coming out. Everyone that played, you did a very good job. Especially congratulations to C. Smith, Jay, and Siva for the 3 winners tonight of all 3 matches that were won. It's been a blast, and I'll see you all next week.
All right, see you then. And, of course, we'll be back. We'll be back in the co-pilot chair tomorrow for the Sunday night news and nonsense report. Total OS will come in, and we'll do some, we'll have a few laughs, mayhem, and might even have some legitimate Linux news on the table. So pop on in and check us out then.
No promises, no promises.